Hello. Happy Lionsgate portal. 8-8. Have a massive sage stick. I'm just going to cleanse and clear my cards. I wanted to do a little bit of an energy report for today. And so the sun is in gate 7, the gate of collaboration. And so it's coming from our heart center going up into our throat. And so the overall energy of this is to understand the need to be in front and to allow yourself to serve through building teams, collaborating, and influencing the figurehead of leadership. To be at peace with serving the leader through support and collaboration. And to recognize that the voice of the leader is only as powerful as the support that they receive. And so whether or not we are specifically the leader or not feeling like we need to compete with everybody, to feel like we need to be sitting in the head of the line or at the top of the pyramid, right? But we can also do huge shifts, huge changes, offer huge advice and support and collaboration at anywhere of the hierarchy, right? And we should really start to look past that hierarchy and look through. And so more specifically, we are on the third line of this day. And so we came into this energy the other day. And so the third line is that martyr line, right? Really looking at what works, what doesn't, trial and error, wanting to try things for ourselves and figure out through our own experience. And so the key word here is the anarchist. The rejection of any institutionalized order, the consistent need for change no matter what of the prevailing conditions, the drive of the self to express many roles, the nihilist, the capacity of the self to deny the value of any role. And so as we are in this Lion Gate portal, which is when the sun and Sirius is all in the Leo energy, right? And they are all lining up in the sky in the belt of Taurus. And so it is a very powerful manifestation day. And so as we are looking at this energy, though, of collaboration, of working together, of supporting one another, and also looking at where do we personally fit into that collaboration. Sometimes there is going to be that want, that ego of the anarchist, of the individual, of needing to stand true, stand in your own, stand in your value. But how can we do that and still work together? And so I think that's a strong energy to have during this Lionsgate portal, as we're probably really all thinking about the things that we want to manifest, how we want to bring those into form, and how, though, can we look at it sometimes in a sustainable and a collaborative way, that not all the time do we need a billion CEOs, that sometimes we are going to need the people who follow, who help support, who hold up that foundation, who want to do the work and get their hands dirty. And so there's all these different levels of where we can shine, where we can be. And so really looking honestly kind of at that as we're sitting here manifesting our dreams. And looking at the gate of transmission. And so we're already in gate 7, coming from the G center going up to the throat. And now we have the throat coming up into our third eye, really transmitting our beliefs, transmitting where and how we want our beliefs, our values to come into fruition, and to really talk about it, and to talk about ideas and envisions and things that empower everybody else, so that people will want to come along, support you on your journey. How can you utilize the energy of collaboration and working together, and how can you gain more collaboration and more people working with you by using that energy of transmission and really being able to articulate the visions, the dreams, the beliefs, the values that you're seeing, right? What is your third eye? What is your intuition telling you? That these transmission of ideas, and learning how to share that, so we can bring in other people to help support, to help either support you as the leader, or even bringing in other people to help support the leader that you might be supporting. And so even in this Lionsgate portal, it's really important to be able to transmit, to share what we want to manifest. I think a huge piece of the manifestation process is being able to have a little bit of clarity on what we want. And sometimes that clarity comes by figuring out what we don't. And so if you're having things come into your world that you're not really sure about, don't be angry or upset about it, but really be like, okay, this is helping me narrow down. This is helping me pinpoint where I want to be, because now I know this isn't where, right? And so on this 8-8, we get the 7 blessings of Eve. And so all about receiving blessings as we are manifesting, as we are learning how to transmit our ideas, our way of collaboration. And so a spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul to the full glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have a natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and your words so that they reflect what you truly wish and put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and farther reaching than you realize. And so really about that transmission. The Eve dwelled in an original paradise of the Garden of Eden. She is the mother of knowledge. From knowledge, wisdom can be developed. Wisdom is the egg of Sophia, the divine feminine power to be birthed to the mother of the higher consciousness, to bring forth the light of the loving awareness. Eve's oracle is not an omen of being cast out of paradise. It's a sign that a false view, which has been holding you captive, is going to give away a greater understanding, which will empower you to be the bearer of light, the priestesses or priest of the egg of Sophia. This oracle encourages you to seek knowledge that you need, to not be held captive by secrets or misinformation, and to know that from knowledge you shall be able to shed false views like the snake shedding its skin and grow into wisdom. You shall know that you need to know what you should know what you need to know when you need to, and to find your way to the truth. This oracle also indicates a shift away from shame and confusion, perhaps feeling that you have something to prove, or that you are not enough, or that you have atoned for failing in this or in other lifetimes. Instead, your soul is moving towards the realization of the inherent goodness and grace that is your real nature. You are blessed. You are granted a unique and unrepeatable human life. If you believe in reincarnation, acknowledging the soul continues to grow over many lifetimes, there will only, however, be one lifetime where you are this you. If you treasure life, you will become bolder, more fearless, and more willing to step up as your real self, more willing to engage in healing and say yes to what makes your heart sing. There is a rabbinic saying that every time a human being walks down the street, a choir of angels cries, make way, for the image of God is approaching." Loving humanity is not always easy, especially when the darker side of human nature causes suffering. Yet, there is much heroism, love, kindness, and nobility too. Looking to the positive, open up your heart to the best in yourself and those around you. To see the nature and the choice and the spiritual life in yourself and others to be your best of your ability. We are all growing and evolving in our own way. Even if those who trouble your heart, they are doing the best. Acknowledge that all humans have limited capacities and deserve compassion and a chance to awaken spiritually nonetheless. Do not, however, allow yourself to become a doormat to anybody's egos. Certain numbers have a sacred significance that crosses religion and cultural boundaries. 7 is one of those numbers. The spiritual power of 7 includes the natural charisma and capacity to be influential channel for higher wisdom. The presence of 7 is a sign from the universe to reconnect to the sacred. The oracle of the 7 blessings of Eve is a reminder that you are a sacred being and you have no need to hold yourself hostage to shame, blame, guilt, anger, judgment, or fear. Acknowledge your connection to the spiritual knowledge. Pray and your prayers shall be answered. And wow, because as we are talking about this collaboration and yet this transmutation, right? The transmutation of our knowledge, of our values, of our beliefs, and how important it is to be able to not only speak about them, but sometimes if we have confusion or uncertainty, how important it is to seek the knowledge, to seek the answers, to seek that truth, and to ask for that truth, and to ask the questions, to ask for that guidance, and know that we are protected and that we are guided, and we will receive the answers, we will receive the resources to gain the knowledge that we need, and that we are all blessed, and that we have support all around us at any given time. But it is important to know how to speak what we want to speak and how to transmit the gifts, the knowledge that we have, so that we can bless others with the same. And then we get Santosha, upright. Beautiful red card. Really kind of grounding down into that root, but we have it upright, really knowing that we have been listening, honoring, being part of, and honoring our contentment. And so it's one of the niyamas. You're at a place where you can relax, unwind, and be content where you are. You have done tremendous work to be in this place. Now it's time to let it sink in and to enjoy the fruits of your labor. We often spend our whole lives striving towards the next goal and skipping over the accomplishments. We never allow ourselves to experience the true santosha, the contentment for where we are in this present moment. Take a few moments to close your eyes, place your hands on your heart, and to breathe. Take it all in that is around you, what you have co-created, how far you've come, how blessed you are, the people who love you, that you are safe, loved, and supported by the universe. You will not fall back behind by taking this pause and being content with what you have. In fact, the kapha earthy energy will nourish you throughout your future endeavors. And this is so important. It's like that integration period, especially when we want to manifest, and we are manifesting. We need to have this gratitude, this vibration of knowing and accepting and honoring and appreciating where we are at this current moment, and for all of the gifts that we have received up until now, because it's with that gratitude, it's with that energy of knowing that we are guided, and with that pause, allowing ourselves to take that pause, we are trusting it. We are knowing that we are worthy of that pause, and by having that energy of knowing that we don't need to rush to the next thing, that we don't need to jump right into the next thing, because if we keep that hustle mentality, we're going to keep bringing in that hustle mentality. We need to know that we are guided, we are supported. There is no rush. It is all in divine timing. And so as we are manifesting, as you are looking at this portal, as it's opening up today, realizing that, and taking the time for the gratitude of all that you have created up until this point, and knowing that all that you want to create in the future is going to come when the time is right, and knowing that it's going to come when the time is right, that you're going to hold on to the focus, but you're not going to force anything to come into fruition before it is ready to. And so really powerful energy, powerful messages, wonderful energy for this energy of Lionsgate, of looking at our collaboration, of looking at where we want to be and where and how we want to come forth and share our information, transmute our information into society, and also having contentment and honoring the contentment and where we are in the process and the journey that we are on. I'm sending you all so much love.